Hi, I'm Dr. Armin Hose. I'm the founder and CEO of Muud Academy. I am originally from the Washington, D.C. area. I moved to Los Angeles in 2015 to attend residency at UCLA. At that time, I was introduced to a whole new world when it came to health and wellness. One of the things I learned very early on is that while we think of them in different ways, physical and mental health are one and the same. They're very much linked, and I had a very wide-ranging, broad-based academic experience when I was at UCLA, one of which allowed me to have my own clinic where I worked with veterans at the West Los Angeles VA, and through their experience learned the benefits of having a holistic approach to mental health care, where it wasn't just about psychiatry and medication management or managing symptoms, but it's really about a lifestyle and everyday routine. And from that perspective, I realized the benefits of mental health coaching, wellness coaching, all very much linked. I've always found that this is the cornerstone of really good healthcare, in particular mental health care, because the foundation of great health is education, awareness, and understanding our bodies, understanding our minds and how we work. And once we have that comfort and that confidence, we can extend that to others. I learned how popular and how successful a holistic approach, where it's psychiatry and therapy facilitated by coaching, where wellness coaching is that bridge between the community in general. These coaches are ultimately our clinical educators that have sort of a place in the community that doesn't represent medicine or therapy or disease or symptoms or anything like that, but just represent universal experience, right? Which is learning and teaching and educating each other. And so that practice model being a great foundation and extended to wellness programs, which are just learning experiences, courses in which people can learn the fundamentals of great mental health care. And then from there, we thought about this technology solution, the apps that we use every day. How can we leverage that stuff along with wearable technologies to promote and facilitate this idea? What we have now at this stage, after many years of planning and thoughtful consideration, is an ecosystem that includes technology and education mission. We call Muud Academy a clinical practice. We can use these biometrics, which can be obtained through technology, to really learn more about ourselves and to facilitate our journeys in terms of our health journeys, our wellness journeys, help us get the insight, right, that we need for how to live better, how to live healthier. The app that we have is not only a data tracking tool, but it's also a social network, because we understand a true mental health support system and community has to have a kind of a bridge to their inner circle, their loved ones, those that are ultimately their primary supports. So social networking has been a thing for quite some time now. We've all kind of adopted as a way to stay in touch and stay connected with those that we love and want to support. Also seeking to garner our own support. And so we love that as a premise for how this whole system can work and move. We can learn more about our habits and begin the journey to wellness. Credibility is key, and I certainly understand that as a board certified psychiatrist. And healthcare is a community pillar, and that's largely why I got into it and why I wanted to become a physician, was because I understood that this was a field that was not only respected but trusted. We use evidence to support our ideas and our recommendations. So I don't think it should be any different with wellness coaching. I very much see wellness coaching as being an extension of the clinical program. It's not clinical, but it's very functional for clinical practice. The NBHWC, as part of a national consortium of test examiners that include the same group that tests medical doctors and all kinds of healthcare providers. So I know because of the process I went through that the NBHWC is legit. We can go on and on all day, but I like to say the biggest differentiators for Muud Academy, it is a clinically oriented program, right? A lot of NBHWC certification programs, they prepare their trainees for corporate wellness and workplace wellness experiences. And it does make sense because that is largely where the market is now for a career in wellness coaching. What we are setting the stage for is a place for wellness health coaching in a mental health care community, a mental health team working alongside a therapist, a psychiatrist, case managers to facilitate behavior change in conjunction with symptom reduction. Ultimately, I think wellness coaches stand alone. I think that they provide something different. Ultimately, one of the things that we're hoping to pilot within our program, how to demonstrate the value of a wellness coach or health coach to a mental health care team. I would say other really big differentiator actually is our technology and how we're utilizing our technology and our health and wellness coaches as part of that experience. We want our wellness coaches to, again, be that frontline access, whether it's for someone seeking mental health care or someone just seeking education, knowledge, and experience on how to take care of their mental health. A lot of different NBHWC certification programs out there, but very few that are really that forward thinking. I would say the third and perhaps the most unique differentiator is our commitment to student wellness and family wellness, right? So I often use this term community wellness. Community wellness for me means the wellness of our children, the wellness of our families, the wellness of our workplaces, our schools, the places where there's community, right? And the unifying thread, right, among all of these different groups is just fundamental knowledge, education. And so for us, we believe that all of that really comes together at the early development phase of life. We're going to be teaching the teachers and coaching the coaches so that it's not just the students that are benefiting, but everyone's benefiting. So that's our kind of North Star. And for anyone that's interested in youth and community wellness, this is the program for them.